What's up, everybody? Big Herc916. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. Ain't nothing average about this channel. Everybody's tripping off of Antonio Brown walking off the field during the game this past weekend. Did he just flip out? Did he lose it? Or did he take a stand? Was it something bigger that we don't know about? Regardless of what it was, it took a lot of balls to walk off the football field during the game. You know, take your helmet off, your jersey, throw some stuff up in the crowd, walk off, decide to leave. Imagine if all the top players in the NFL decided to say, hey, you know what? We're going to take a stand. We want to make a change. We want to have a few things go this way. And let's sit down at the table. What would happen? Well, you know, there's hundreds, actually thousands of players waiting to get to the NFL. So yeah, they can replace them in less than a minute. They find somebody else, make a call, and have another guy ready to replace them. But at the end of the day, you gotta look at these players. They have a lot more influence than you think. Money's king. You pay somebody, replace somebody, get somebody to do this, get somebody to do that. But when you have influence, well, it doesn't really matter who has more money when you have more influence. And when you look at just branding, merchandise, licensing, just look at what happened with, finally the NCAA is going to let some of these players get a little bit of, money in their pocket. But dude, they've been making billions off these guys. And majority of these athletes are never going to make it to the league just because of whether it be injury, whether it be just not the right agent, whether it's a bad day, whatever the case may be. Some of these guys will never make it to the league, and to be a collegiate player and have a school where the coach is making $15 million a year, $8 million a year, $5 million a year. I mean, damn. What they say, you're getting a free education. But if you were getting paid, you could take that money and invest it, and that would be your education. Because at the end of the day, an education, a degree, you want the paper. That's why you getting the degree. You want to get some paper. And if you played for a team, you should be able to get something to where it led to some paper that you could invest for your future as far as well-being. But it didn't always play out like that. And typically most of the guys in college, they're superstars. They have jerseys. They're on these video games. And man, they lucky if they have a car to go home and visit their parents on vacation. So, there's a lot of things to be said about Antonio Brown walking off and about players, in sports across the board, taking a stand and making sure they get what's their due as far as what they have coming. And the game has always been tweaked to one side because you have a small group that make a shit ton of money, and they're paying from the outside what appears to be a lot of money. But when you have somebody, making 980 million a year or 1 point something billion a year off a team, and they're paying out, 10 million here, 5 million here, 20 million here. Dude, that's peanuts, man. These dudes is bossed up, man. The owners is bossed up. And, the owners, dude, it's old blue bloods. These are old families who had wealth and they wanted something to do to make more wealth and entertain themselves. And so they got the people here underneath that, they're going to do what they think they need to do to get to the league so that they can get some paper and hopefully help their families out. And it's a trickle down system, but you're trickling down, but you're not going to trickle up past a certain point. The game is big, man. The game is at a whole nother level. And that's why you won't see any of these other leagues ever flourish outside of the main leagues. You have the NBA, MLB, NFL. And then you have the big shoe companies who are paid in full because of the athletes. The more you look at the game, man, the more you can see how it's all laid out. And, anybody that's, a professional athlete or played at a high level, if you had the opportunity to get paid to play, of course you're going to take it. You're going to, you're going to play the politic game. You're going to go along with what's considered the status quo because you're trying to bring your family out of a poverty situation. And that's what you do. But once you get a certain amount of paper and you can start making change, then you can see that you have the power. And collectively, if you take a bunch of you guys, you can make a big change. Kind of like what Deion Sanders is doing for the historical black colleges, man. Getting these guys to get top-notch talent and also getting these guys to get real looks by the league and not be overshot. See, there's so much, potential, but everything's everything is basically dictated. If you go here, you get this. If you know this person, you get that, and that's just the chain of command. But as we evolve, and you have more people like Deion Sanders, more people like Antonio Brown, and I don't, like I said, I don't know why he walked off, but I'm saying just in general, speaking up, eventually you'll have others who will create more opportunities and the game would be more of an even playing field. Because there's so much talent out there, and dude, it's all entertainment. I mean, the money comes from the basically the advertising. Yeah, you make the stadiums, these concessions, and all that. Then you have the licensing, the merchandise, but the advertising, the TV rights, that's billions. Dude, you know how much advertisers pay for a 30-second spot? Dude, they crazy money. So, looking at the big picture, he walked off the field. But bigger than that is the influence it had, the people that are talking about it, the people who are questioning. And, people question, oh, man, what are you doing? And be a good Negro. Don't act up like that, Negro. Man, come on, man. You don't know what's going on with that, man. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And yeah, some people do get in those positions and they abuse them. They have an opportunity of a lifetime, take advantage of that and help change your legacy. But at the same time, how some of these property owners are talking to these dudes like they on the plantation. They talking to them like they old slaves. And who knows? I mean, a lot of stuff we don't hear, but I'm quite sure, man, a lot of these dudes talk to these brothers, man, like they ain't shit. Kind of like how the old boy, the owner from the Clippers, used to talk about Magic Johnson behind his back. And they finally found out and got him to sell the Clippers, and he sold it for damn near $3 billion. forgot his name. Donald Sterling. Calling Magic all type of derogatory stuff and had the man at his house for Christmas dinner. Cold peace, bro. Cold peace. People smile in your face and talk all dirty about you. Think they're better than you. They ain't no goddamn better. You might have had some family member that stole, pillaged, and put yourself in a position of power. But nigga, you is no better. You's no better. You're not smarter. You're not any better. You just were handed some shit. And you can make more mistakes because you have the money and the wealth. But you're not better. So you guys have some dignity, have some pride, and man, support these athletes when they do take a stand and speak up about something. Don't knock them because you're not. Don't forget to stop by the Big Herc916 store and pick you up a beanie, or maybe a sticker for your car, or a sticker for your laptop, or read one of the many books that I've authored. You know how we do it over here, Big Herc916.
Hello, I'm Big Herc916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.